Welcome back to the Gilded Leaf. Hi, I'm Bridget, leaf lover, tea drinker, devoted gardener, mother, camp director, and yes, still the woman who steeps all day and pees a lot from all this tea. If you are here now, well, welcome in. Find your headphones or AirPods or whatever and find something warm to hold between your hands and settle in. And before we go any further, let's take a deep breath because there's no rushing in this room. But before we go any further, let me tell you what's in my cup. Today, I'm brewing a simple, bright blend of rosemary and tulsi with a whisper of peppermint over a base of oatstraw. It smells like a small, thoughtful garden after rain, green and aromatic, a little sharp at the edges, but grounded underneath. Rosemary for remembrance and clear sight. I thought tulsi would be nice for the sacred attention. Peppermint, that is cool, and it's also a lifting note that wakes the mind without making it frantic. And oatstraw, mineral rich, because even clarity needs a soft place to land. Brew whatever feels right to you today. If you have rosemary in your spice cabinet, a little sprig into the cup is great. If tulsi is in your apothecary, tulsi is a great nervine and it works on your nervous system. I would say go to your natural whole food store and certainly get a little bit of tulsi. You won't regret it for those kind of frantic, scattered days. If not, peppermint and oatstraw. Oatstraw will do beautifully. It's also mineral rich and it's a nice base for this blend. But whatever you have in your spice cabinet, have something warm between your hands. We're going to sit with the part of you that thinks not the over anxious spiral, but the luminous architecture underneath. And it's always good to have something warm as we go. Well, you guys, my beloveds, here we are. I had to restructure the Living Tree series because I jumped and I went from ferret to dat, but I missed two. So I'm kind of having to go back and slow down on each sephira. So we are 4 weeks into the Living Tree series now, which means that it's been 4 Fridays and 4 sephirots, 4 places we have learned to stand. So in part 1, let me do a real quick recap. Part 1, we found the ground in Malkuth, the kingdom, the body, the actual street beneath your feet. We talked about dandelion root, burdock, the unfancy medicine of things that go down first so everything above them can hold. And in part 2, we moved to Yeshad, the foundation, the dream field, the lunar layer just beneath ordinary life. Mugwort was there, walking silver-backed and quiet, tending the doorway or threshold between what you consciously know and what your dreams have been whispering. Then we moved up to part 3. We rose to the center of Tiferet, the heart that holds the whole tree. We steeped rose and hawthorn, linden, and motherwort, the tender territory where your chest becomes the pivot point between density and light, between the practical and the ineffable. Today we step sideways. Today we enter Had, Had in Hebrew, well, one translation is splendor or glory, another is simply majesty. The majesty, but not the loud kind, not the fireworks and spotlight kind. Had is the majesty of a clear thought that finally clicks into place. The quiet splendor of a sentence that names something you've been feeling for years. The sober, luminous beauty of a pattern you suddenly see inside your own life, the way certain choices repeat, the way certain seasons return, the way certain wounds weave through time. And on the tree of life, Had sits at the left pillar of Geburah. Discipline, boundary, sacred strength, mirroring Netzach on the right, endurance, desire, momentum. Between them runs the trunk of the tree, Yesod, Tiferet, and above them the higher lights. If Netzach is the feeling of I want, the pulse that carries you forward, the music that makes you move, Had is I understand. Had is I can see how this works, I can name it, I can honor its structure. One is the wave, the other is the language of the wave, to say in another way. In the body, how should I say this? In the body, Had lives in the bright, crystalline part of the mind, the place that reflects, analyzes, discerns, the part that writes journals, calculates, and remembers, the part that sometimes overthinks, but that at its deepest is not anxiety. It's a sacred intellect, the mind as a clear pool instead of a storm. If you draw the tree of life, Had's little circle sits on the left, just above your hip, across from Netzach. Imagine it as a lantern, not blazing, but steady, patterned light, the kind that lets you see the lines in the wood, the grains in the table, the way a leaf is veined. That is Had splendor, not drama, but detail, not noise, but nuance. And when we think of Had, I'm going to go back to the chakra connection because it's mind and throat. If you've walked season 1 with me, you'll already know this territory in another language. Had speaks to both the throat chakra and the third eye. The throat chakra asks, can I say what is true for me clearly and kindly? And the third eye asks, can I see clearly? Not just what I wish were there, but what is actually there. Had stands between them holding hands. It is the part of the tree that says, let us think, but let us think in service of truth, not self-punishment. Let us speak, but let us speak in service of connection, not performance. When Had is exhausted or distorted, thinking becomes a weapon. You turn your own mind against yourself. Every pattern becomes proof that you are failing. Every insight becomes another reason to tighten the rules. When Had is nourished, thinking becomes devotion. You study your own life the way a botanist studies a leaf, with reverence, right? curiosity and a willingness to be humbled by complexity. You stop asking, "How do I fix myself?" and start asking, "What is the pattern here and what does it need?" That shift is hard medicine. Kind of came to me within my late 40s, early 50s. When your thinking shifts, the herbs of Had are the ones that clear and brighten without severing you from the body. They tend the mind, but they insist that the mind remain connected to warmth, to breath, and to rhythm. Rosemary is one of Had's elders. She grows as a small tree in some climates, woody, aromatic, her leaves like tiny green needles gathering sunlight. Traditionally, she has been the herb of remembrance, clarity, and mental focus. Students tucked her sprigs into their hair. Mourners laid her on graves, and cooks folded her into the kinds of meals meant to feed both body and memory. She sharpens sight, but she does not harden the heart. Tulsi, or holy basil, sits here as well. In our manuscript, she appears as the plant of sacred daily practice. The cup you return to again and again until it becomes an altar. Tulsi steadies the mind that is scattered not by lack of intelligence, but by lack of devotion. She invites your thinking to sit down, breathe, and remember what actually matters. Peppermint is a younger cousin, let's say, who brings brightness. She cools excess heat, she clears fog, she refreshes without aggression. Peppermint is one of my favorites to drink in the morning to wake up, but peppermint is for those afternoons when the mind feels sluggish and your spirit feels dull, not because you are failing, but because you have been carrying too much for too long. She is the herb of a clearer head, but she is humble about it. A green rush through the sinuses, a small lift in the mood. And because Had must never sever from the body, oatstraw waits at the base of this cup. Oatstraw is nourishing, mineral rich, gentle. She says, yes, think, yes, discerned. But please remember that your nervous system is soil, not circuitry. It needs rest. It needs minerals. It needs kindness. Put them together and you have a Had blend. A bright, thoughtful tea that does not leave you jangly or wired. Is jangly a word? I like it. Only quietly and more able to see. I want to make an important distinction here. Many of us meet Had first as the inner critic, that sharp voice that annotates everything we do, especially as creators, teachers, healers, parents. The part that says, you should have known better. You should have been more productive. You should have made this sound smarter. It uses language as a weapon. It uses insight as indictment. That is Had in exile. Had has now turned against itself. In its true form, Had is not the critic. It is the sacred editor. The sacred editor does not say, this is bad. It says, this is almost true. Let's get closer. It does not say, you are wrong. It says, something in this sentence isn't aligned with your actual values. Let's listen. It doesn't rush. It doesn't humiliate. It is exacting, but kind. Think of the way you revise a paragraph in your manuscript. You do not hate the draft. You love it enough to refine it, right? You love it enough to take the time to find the right word, the right image, the right temperature of truth. Had invites you to treat your life the same way, not as a courtroom transcript, but as a poem in progress. Now that's beautiful. You are allowed to revise all the time and often. I'll be honest with you, Had has been one of my hardest teachers. I grew up, as many of us did, in rooms where being smart was praised and being soft was suspect, or where the mind was honored and the body, the intuition, the quiet knowing were, at best, an afterthought. I learned early how to weaponize language. I can admit it, I'm not proud of it. How to make an argument, how to analyze myself, how to preempt criticism by criticizing myself first. It kept me safe. It kept me safe for a while, or so I thought. But there's a particular loneliness in living mostly in Had without her companions. You can understand everything and feel almost nothing. You can name every pattern and change none of them. You can write beautifully about healing and still treat yourself like a problem to be solved. Stop that. What the tree has taught me slowly through earth and dream and heart before mind is that Had does not want to stand alone. She is meant to be fed by Malkuth's reality, Yeshad's dreams, Tefaret's heart, Netzach's longing. Please give me grace with these names. When I started letting rosemary into my days, into my kettle, into the garden, into my cooking, I began to notice that the clearest thoughts I had were the kind ones. The insights that actually changed anything were the ones that came after rest, after food, after tears, after a walk. With Luna, the sweetest mini golden doodle you'll ever meet. Oh, Had, in her true form, is not the part of you that thinks in order to control. She is the part that thinks in order to understand. And understanding, when it is honest, is always softened by compassion. This week, I want to invite you into a Had practice. Small, uncomplicated, and real. Choose one herbal ally for your mind. Rosemary, tulsi, peppermint, or whatever feels closest to this territory for you. Make a cup with intention. Sit with the cup and a journal. Before you write anything, take a few slow sips. Let the aromatic warmth rise. Feel your jaw, your temples, your throat. Notice where thinking lives in your body. The tightness, the buzz, the weight. Then ask yourself one question on paper. Where has my mind been working against me? And where has it quietly been trying to help? Write without performing, not for anyone else, not for social media, just for you. Notice the difference between the inner critic and the sacred editor. Notice which voice leaves you feeling smaller and which one leaves you feeling clearer and somehow more available to your own life. If you can, end the practice with one sentence that feels like Had in its healed form, a thought that is true, precise, and kind. Something like, I can honor this pattern without shaming myself for it. I understand why I did that, and I am allowed to choose differently now. That is Had medicine in real time. Next week on the living tree, we cross the trunk of the tree and step into Netzach, the right hand sephira that faces Had like a twin and a mirror. Netzach is endurance, desire, the music that keeps playing even when you're tired, the part of you that wants fiercely, wildly, sometimes in the way that you've tried to tame. The herbs of Netzach will be the ones that know about stanima and longing. Think nervines with a pulse, plants that carry the energy of keep going, but in a way that doesn't cost your soul. Had will have given us language. Netzach will give us momentum. I'm already thinking about what I need to write about it, but it will be beautiful. So, my beloveds, thank you for being here today, for sitting with Had and with the part of yourself that is learning slowly, kindly, to think with more grace. If this episode landed somewhere in you, share it with one person who might need permission to stop being their own harshest editor. This community grows person to person quietly, and I wouldn't have it any other way. You can find The Gilded Leaf on Substack. New episodes Wednesday, Fridays, and Sundays at 4:44 p.m. Today has been a late one. I do apologize. Subscribe to the link in my profile and come find me at the tea table anytime because it's free. So, my beloveds, Ashe, this is Bridget signing off, steeped in intention and offered with care.